Let's talk to Steward Song. Okay, so that's his name. His blank expression suggests the man looking for a distraction, but sweeping the floor doesn't seem to be helping. He's very sad about the death, but sweeping the floor is not a good distraction, no. Are you the steward of this estate? Yes, sir. And you be Dai Renji, the detective Minister Wang spoke of. I'm Song Yue Ming. I manage a small staff that cares for this compound and its guests. It's a relief to see you here, sir. Perhaps now we can find out what really happened here tonight. That's my hope also. Can you tell me how the night unfolded? Dreadfully, sir. Not in 100 years could I have imagined such terror. We thought this place was safe, untouchable even, but those notions were quickly smashed to bits tonight. Go on. Well, I was in the kitchens when it happened. I was overseeing the plating of some desserts with Chef Shu, when for no apparent reason he just tumbled to the ground like a large sack of rice. I bent down to assist him, but suddenly my vision became blurry and my legs felt weak. My weight pulled me down to the floor, and that was that. I was out cold. Later, when I came to and saw Chu was still on the ground, I checked to see if he was still alive, which he was. I knew then that I had to run to the sitting room where I suspected the others had suffered a similar fate, or worse. And there they all were, all unconscious except for the ambassador's bodyguard. Oh, the guy who doesn't want to talk to us was the first one to wake up. So I looked at him standing over his master's seat. It was at that moment I realized the ambassador was missing. Did you wake the others? No, I didn't want to risk it. Who knows what kind of poison we'd been subjected to. There was no need. Only moments later, they all started waking one by one. Once Minister Wang became fully aware of the situation, he immediately ordered us to search the premises for Ambassador Choi. I was as shocked as everyone else when his own guard found him dead in the garden grotto. What manner of sorcery could have lured him into that cave? That is indeed a vital question, but for now... Yeah, so everyone falls asleep. Why would he go to the cave? I don't know about that. That seems strange, because he was, he was taken by surprise. He wasn't suspicious of the murderer under that extremely suspicious circumstance. Tell me about yourself and your staff. Well, the staff here is small, but we manage. Chef Chu and I have been working here since the beginning. Sun Ying, the maidservant, came on board last spring. We had to replace the first maidservant because her mother was sick and she wanted to return home to care for her. Uh-oh. A mysterious other person who could be the culprit. The rules and routines here are very strict, with all the secrecy and all, so there's little room for error or improvisation, and tonight's no exception. How did you prepare for tonight? Did everything go according to plan? Yes, sir. Our preparations were meticulous as always. We first greeted Minister Wang, followed by the ambassador shortly after sundown. I set the tables and lit the evening candles, and we promptly began serving supper and then tea. That's when I headed back to the kitchen to help prepare the desserts. Well, you know what happened next. Did anybody eat besides the minister and the ambassador? No, sir. The staff isn't allowed to eat until long after the guests have left. They've been instructed to eat before they arrive, so it's usually not a concern. Same goes for the bodyguards. Am I right to assume all the food is prepared on site? That's right, sir. Everything's prepared here by Chef Chu. We don't even allow any food from the outside. Okay, well, so much for my theory that somebody poisoned the food. It seems to be the case that is not the case. It looks like everybody's knocked out at the same time by some sort of poison gas. But if that's the case, wouldn't the culprit have been knocked out at the same time? Wouldn't the victim have been knocked out at the same time? Why didn't they fall prey to the same thing that made everybody else, fall asleep? You said you lit the candles in the house at the start of the evening. What kind of candles do you use? For that you'll have to ask Sun Ying, the maidservant. She manages our candle supply. And did anyone change or handle the candles after you initially lit them this evening? No, sir. Our candles usually last well into the night. Even now, they still burn in the house. So why are you sweeping? Under the circumstances, the minister has surely given you leave of your regular duties. Yes, sir. This is just for me, or rather, for my nerves. Keeping me busy helps me stay relaxed. Besides, after all these years of doing the job, I'm not used to sitting and waiting. Old habits die hard, I guess. Exit. Thank you. I'll leave you to your work. It's no trouble, sir. No trouble at all. Let's look at the stone table. Perfect for a late-night game of chess. Chess is a fun game. A stone bench perfectly placed for taking in the sun on warm summer days. So, doesn't look like there's anything else to look at. Let's go inside to the sitting room. So wait, whoa, what's this? We've got a painted vase. A fine painted vase featuring a dancing dragon. Let's see, so this is the kitchen and the back area. Let's check out the kitchen, learn more about the food. Let's look around first. A board detailing the week's menu. The only noteworthy thing is how well organized the staff is. Dried vegetables, onions, ginger, garlic. Dried vegetables, okay. Ooh, that looks like an item I'm gonna take. Charcoal tongs? Yeah. These might come in handy. Ooh, I know what they could be for. I will totally use those to extend my grip to get the thing that was inside, inside the log. Let's go back there. See, is this one of those games where you can double-click to make your character run faster? It looks like it is. A little bit. That seems, slightly, effective. Okay, so let's run to the tree hollow. Bronze candlestick. It must have been dropped into the water and carried by the current into the tree trunk. What if this is the murder weapon? There are small traces of blood, and its shape matches that of the wound in the ambassador's head. This must be the murder weapon. Oh, yeah. Oh, we have some cool evidence. There are traces of blood. Maybe this will impress, Captain. I don't see how that would help. Okay, well, it won't. He doesn't care about murder weapons. Why would he care about murder weapons? Okay, yeah, I hear. He's clearly walking faster when I double-click. Okay, great, you're great. It's hard to see that unless you're in a wide open area like this one. Okay, so that's the minister again. And that's going to be the maidservant. Let's see, when I go far to the left, this takes me to the first area I was in. Right? Oh, we've got a storage room. Wow, okay, so I'm just getting a sense of where everything is, but this storage room looks small. Let's examine it. I'll need a key to open the lockbox. Can I take it with me? No, it requires a key. House supplies, ordinary supplies, antique chest. Let's look at this. My grandfather had a chest like this one. I'd say it's about 200 years old. Wow, that is crazy. Can I open it? Wow, these are puzzles. They look like keyholes, right? Won't budge. I need a set of 3 keys. Yeah, it looks like a puzzle on top of just, you know, opening, getting the keys. It looks like we'll have a puzzle putting the keys into place. These doors lead to the balcony, but it looks like they've been sealed shut. Let's check the seal. I can't see anything of interest out there. Okay, so that's it for this little tiny... Whoa, did I miss something? I was saying that's it, and then I saw this thing. I'm like, maybe that's important. Nope, those are not things I can interact with. They are not important. Okay. So we go left here. And let's see, this is a well. Can I do anything about it? The main water supply. And I think this is going to be the front gate. I think that's about as far as we can go. It doesn't look like we can go anywhere outside the gate. These mythic creatures are meant to protect the house. There's a weeping willow. Weeping willows are believed to help ward off evil spirits. Okay. So now we've got a sense of where everything is. Let's talk for a bit with Sergeant Feng. His pale complexion is in stark contrast to his dark green officer's uniform. That is a fancy-looking uniform. Of course, I'm wearing a fancy uniform, too. What can I do for you, detective? Tell me about yourself. Before I was reassigned to protect Minister Wang, I was a guard in the Imperial Palace. Frankly, I didn't even know I was being considered for this mission when my superior told me I was picked for the job. I can't complain, though. I'd much rather be out here in the countryside than roaming the halls of that stuffy palace. Excuse my bluntness again, sir. What are your thoughts on the ambassador's murder? Truthfully, sir, I think the rest of us are lucky to be alive. I know I'll be thanking the gods in my prayers tonight. If I may be so bold, sir, something tells me Ambassador Choi was up to no good. Why else would someone go through all that trouble just to get to him? And whoever it was, they sure knew what they were doing. What can you tell me about Minister Wang? Minister Wang's an immensely disciplined man. His dedication to his work is remarkable. Although I don't know the details, I know that whatever treaty he and Ambassador Choi were working on was of great importance, and he poured himself into it. I just hope that after what happened tonight, some part of the work could still be saved. Have there been any other incidents since your time here in Penglai? That's just it, sir. There have been no disturbances until today. Everything been going so well. All that was left for the two sides to sign the agreement, and the mission would have been complete. And the security arrangements? What are the security arrangements for the compound and the guests? My job is to ensure the security of the minister. Wherever he goes, I go. This compound simply acts as a secure meeting place. Since it's situated behind the military base just north of here, and its location is kept top secret, there's no need for additional guards. That would only raise suspicion. I see, and dignitaries such as Ambassador Choi also travel with guards? Yes, sir. If they travel alone, they do so at their own risk. In fact, many officials will travel with a larger contingent of bodyguards, but for these meetings, I heard the Emperor himself requested secrecy be the top priority. Okay, that's it, Sergeant. Thank you very much for your information.